Okay, I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this item today. This is the Aven 12-liter roll top food bag from Backcountry Exposure. My friend Devin is Backcountry Exposure. You've seen me out on certain trips with him. He's also a designer and he's been making his own food bags for a while, and he introduced this to his line this year, and it's been absolutely amazing. And honestly, at camp, it's a game changer as far as food bag. I don't have to dump my food bag out to get all of my items when I want to make a meal. I can literally set this on the ground, open the roll top, reach inside, grab what I need, put whatever I don't need back in the bag, roll it up, and then cook my meal and not have to worry about putting everything back in the bag. It's been really amazing on trail this summer. I've had this on all my trips since June, including the Northside Highline Trail, and it served me really well. It has an amazing amount of space inside of it. It's great for weekenders, but I was able to put 5 days worth of food in this and I still had room. There was still a lot of room in this bag for me to put more food if I wanted to. So that means I really honestly feel like you could do a 7 to 8 day trip if you package your food right inside of this food bag. Okay, let's talk about some of the design features on this bag and what makes it superior to other food bags that I've used. It has some really nice lightweight strong clips, and he puts this little loop so you can attach a beaner. So if you're doing a bear rope or a bear hang, you can just put the beaner in here and it puts no tension on your clips or the straps that clips are sewn into. So you can just hang your food and not have to worry about your food bag being pulled apart. Okay, the roll top closure is actually amazing. It has these two pieces of Velcro inside of it that you just put together. I squeeze all the air out of it before I roll it, and then I just roll it down to the size that I need it to be with whatever's inside of it, and then clip it, and this just goes right inside your pack. Okay, let's talk about the materials of the Aven food bag. It's the face fabric is a 70D ripstop nylon that is plied with a ultra fabric and PET. It's extremely waterproof. The entire bag is seam sealed inside and out. So that way it makes it so if you're hanging your food, you don't have to worry about opening up and having a bunch of condensation and water pooling inside of your food bag. I just had this on a recent trip in Cooper Basin, which you've seen on my channel, and it rained 4 inches in 2 hours. And this bag was out hanging in a tree the whole time, and it was bone dry inside. I've never had a food bag that hasn't at least had some condensation inside, and this bag actually was dry inside. It's performed extremely well in all conditions. It's very durable. If you're hanging it in a tree for a bear hang, it will not tear. The fabric has been through branches and things poking at it. It's just so durable. It's absolutely amazing. And the weight of this fabric is amazing. The Ultra TX70 fabric, which this is made out of, is so lightweight but yet so durable and so much stronger than a Dyneema fabric that a lot of other food bags are made from. I've been really super impressed with this bag on trail, and it's something that I highly recommend you check out. Okay, you've heard me ramble on about this bag, but let's talk to Backcountry Exposure's creator, Devin Ashby, and we can talk to him about this food bag and where his inspiration came from and why he decided to make a bag like this. Okay, folks, I'm honored to have my good friend Devin of Backcountry Exposure here on the channel today to talk about his Aven 12-liter and 8-liter roll top food bags, which have been game changer on trail this summer. And thanks for sitting in and talking to me for this a little bit about this, Devin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's great to hang out for a minute. It's good to see you.
So let's have you tell everybody about Backcountry Exposure, YouTube, and your food bags if you can for us.
Yeah, I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. It's been just kind of that weekly grind for me. But in terms of like the food bags and all of that, let's see, it was 2018 when I like really picked up the sewing and got excited about that and fell into that like MYLG, make your own gear aspect of backpacking, and at the time was like really excited about ultralight backpacking and trying to like be more involved in that cottage industry side of the backpacking world. And so without taking too much time, I made a whole video about this recently, actually talking about kind of the history of making my bags and everything. So folks can go to my channel and check
I'll
that
link
out.
that in the description.
Cool. I just like over time realized that I really enjoy sitting at the sewing machine. I really enjoy the aspect of textiles and working with fabrics and taking raw goods and creating something that is functional. So with all of my like trail experience and years of time and having used a lot of different gear, I wanted to create things that worked well for people on the trail and wasn't just like slap something together and put my logo on it. Like function was a really important part of creating something that I wanted to sell. So that's where I kind of landed because with the Aven right here,
Mhm.
I I was in a spot of like I actually don't even really use roll top food bags that much because they're typically a bit bigger than I personally need for my trips. I'm doing a lot of weekend trips, but I know that folks like to have more space for more food, longer food carries, and everything. And my beef, if you will, with food bags or roll top food bags is just the amount of space that they are, and oftentimes it can be difficult to find your stuff in the bottom of the bag. Like stuff falls to the bottom. Where I've been using like a zipper style food bag for a long time, and I really like it's just more shallow, but there are benefits of a roll top bag for sure, and which I'm sure you've talked about. I don't know what you've shared
Absolutely.
in your video, but there's benefits to this because of like simplicity, but also it fits well into a backpack, and um, yeah, it's just those aspects. But I don't know. There you go.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the
No, I
gist.
can't I can't disagree with any of that because I've used it all summer on trail, and I'll tell you, it makes mealtime fantastic. So tell us about the where you came up with the concept for the design of the Aven food bag, and what got you to the final product. What made you settle on why you made this particular bag?
Yeah, that I get. So to piggyback off of what I was saying, I didn't want to create just another roll top food bag because there's tons of options out there. A lot of companies are making them, and so what I when I sat down at the table and was like, okay, what can I do to make this as like beneficial for people as possible? I wanted it to have different functions or different design elements that helped with the function of it. So I guess like what I wanted to accomplish was making it different enough that it wasn't the same thing as everybody else. And one of my like issues with a lot of roll top bags is there's a lot of dead space that happens with the design. And that's not to say that other bags out there aren't good bags, but I just wanted to like eliminate some of those aspects that like become abrasion points on a bag. Typically what you see, so on this is the Aven, there is a like flat seam that goes across, but I took this and I curved it. It's because this isn't filled out, it's a little hard to see,
Oh, I
but
know
I
exactly what
curved
you're saying, though. Yeah.
but I curved the bottom so it still sits flat and stands on its own, but that curve eliminates those corners that poke out that typically become like a point of abrasion and dead space in the bag, and then you get those creases that over time, especially on ultralight fabrics, become a point of failure.
Yeah, stress
So
point in the fabric, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so my goal was to create something that was just more functional in that way, eliminated those areas that just make it so that it is fitting food and everything in the bag a little bit easier. And then I did a little bit against the grain. I put Velcro here on the top of the bag, which a lot of people are using snaps up
Yes.
here, but I like the Velcro, and this is also a molded Velcro, so it doesn't stick to like fleece or alpha or those fabrics as easy as like a standard hook and loop, but it also makes it so that the roll of the bag is a better seal. And I
I
just
can vouch
wanted,
for
I
that.
just, yeah, like it doesn't need to be overdone. It doesn't need to be extravagant. It just the simple details, little details that I felt like added to the experience of the bag. Like a big part of what I'm trying to do with my designs is create something that when you feel it and you touch it and you hold it, it just like it works. Like you don't have to think about it. It's that subconscious like experience that you have with the product. And again, like it's a food bag. It's not this like crazy masterpiece of design, but like the subconscious aspects of I hold a product, it feels quality, it looks quality, and it just functions. Like that's what I try to accomplish.
That's all awesome, man. So what made you choose the Ultra TX70 fabric for the bag? And that would be my next question for you. And I love the choice, by the way. I'm just trying to give some insight on anybody that's looking at this food bag, why you went with that fabric. So,
Yeah. So the what I've been showing here as we're recording is this is Ultra Grid. So
mhm.
the Ultra TX70 is a I don't have it right right
I'll
available.
see that in my
Yeah,
videos.
yeah. But I wanted fabric that is durable but also lightweight enough. So it has the aspects of longevity and it's going to handle the abuse on trail and just a lot of time as well. My issues with Dyneema, which is very often what people are using for their food bags, is Dyneema shrinks over time. And so your food bag that starts as an 8 liter bag will become like a 7 or 6 liter bag as
Ah,
you use it. So Dyneema shrinks, and like there's some durability issues of like the constant rolling aspect and unroll and roll,
mhm.
and it's also like really expensive. So
Yes.
that was my reasoning for not doing that. But I like the TX70 because it is lightweight. It's a laminated fabric. It's easy to tape, and it just like has a good feel. It's the face fabric is a 70 denier ripstop, and then it has the ultra fiber that's laminated between the outside fabric and the inside plastic, and it's just a good fabric. Yeah, and it's lighter weight than the Ultra Grid. So if people are wanting to go like a few grams lighter, they can do that. But then the Ultra Grid is also a nice option for good
So for
durability.
everybody's information, they can get the TX70 in a couple of different colors, and you can get the Ultra Grid in a couple of colors in the bag that you have available for sale on your website, right?
The TX70 only comes in one color,
Oh, okay. Sorry,
but
that's my bad.
but the Ultra Grid comes in several different colors.
And I like all of them. I think they're all like well done. That I'll give you my experience with it on trail this summer, just since we're here, and I can give you my feedback as someone that's used it. As it was extremely bomber. Through any time I ever had to hang it in a tree. I did the North Side Highline,
Hmm.
and so I have 5 days of that plus backpacking with it all summer in the Uintas. Hanging in a tree, sometimes if you're pulling it up a branch, there's other branches trying to poke it and rip it and tear it. And it lasted through all of those. And, we had quite a dry summer here in Utah. So I was a little concerned. I'm like, gosh, I'm not going to get a waterproof testing on this. Well, I got my chance 2 weeks ago in Cooper and Basin, and you'll see that in my Cooper and Basin video that I've recently released, where it got 4 inches of rain in 2 hours on it, and that thing was bone dry inside. I had other things that are waterproof that didn't fare so well in that rainstorm. My rain fly on my backpack had some water get through it. I don't know how, but
Hmm.
your food bag on the outside it was wet. I expected that, but when I went in to reach inside, no condensation, um, it no water, nothing. It was so dry. I couldn't believe how well that fabric handled that storm. I mean, we had one of those storms where, like, when you're in the Uintas, if you're might get a sprinkle and then it comes in torrential downpour. Well, I had one of
Right.
those coming on me on my first night in there, and yeah, I haven't worn rain pants in years. I had to wear rain pants that trip, but the bag was bone dry. So I mean, I really feel like I had a well balanced full season with the bag, and was able to honestly, like, give it that full whirl that everybody would like to know. Hey, how does this really handle over the long term? And I can speak from experience as someone that has used this bag that this is the best food bag I've ever had. Sitting down at mealtime
Mm.
is such an easy thing because I don't have to dump the whole bag out to make my meal. I can reach in, grab my freeze-dried meal, grab my spork, grab my spices, anything I want to add to it. And everything else gets to stay in there, and I just roll it up, set it to the side. I can cook. It's no sweat, man. And like my old food bag, I used to have to dump everything out to get to stuff. So this has been such a game changer on trail. It makes mealtime enjoyable. I kind of actually dreaded mealtime with my old food bags. I'm like, God, I got to dump everything out. Very annoying. And man, when you gave this to me earlier in the summer and I've had a chance to use it, I was just like, wow, blown away, man. Absolutely fantastic design and its function. And I'm all about a function over fashion kind of guy. And this food bag is definitely a good looking food bag. So don't get me wrong on that, but its function, it definitely exceeded any expectation I had. And so the props to you, man. You've made a fantastic food bag, dude. It's awesome. And I wouldn't be making a review about it because I don't review things I don't like on my channel. I don't want to waste people's time with, hey, I went and used this and it sucked. That's just me.
Yeah,
and I'm going to review something because I feel like people will get benefit to use it if they see this video on my channel. So props to you, man. You did a great job. Just a couple more questions for you, and I'll let you go because I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. Tell everybody where they can get this amazing food bag and so they can add it to their backpacking kits.
Yeah, it's available on my website, backcountryexposure.com. And there's several different options. Plus, I've got all sorts of other accessory bags, ditty bags, and a different style of food bag. So if the roll top is not your style, I do have a zipper style bag that is also really popular. But yeah, just direct on my website.
Excellent. I'll make sure I leave some links in the bottom of the video too. And I will tell you that having the roll top for me is a multifunction thing because I do the weekenders for the photography. And then the long trip I do every summer, I'm having that extra food space in there. And you do two sizes in this bag, right? There's an 8-liter and a 12-liter.
Yeah. So 8-liter right here. I'll scoot back and show that.
That's awesome.
8-liter and then the 12-liter.
Which what I have is the 12-liter. And I'll tell you, I had 5 days worth of food in that thing, and I still had room to put 2 to 3 more days worth of food in there if I would have packed it how I packed for a long distance hike. I could have stuffed it to the brim where it got like the 1 or 2 rolls like I did on the Highline in 2022, and I would have been able to put 7 to 8 days worth of food in that bag. So that's quite an amazing amount of space that you get with this. I highly doubt, unless you're like a PCT hiker, you would run out of room in this bag.
Cool. Yeah, I love that feedback. And it's interesting because I mean everybody packs food differently. Everybody has different food needs and how they do that. But trying to have the 2 different options gives you that flexibility of what works.
Absolutely. Anything else new coming from Backcountry Exposure in the old design department?
Oh, I've got a few ideas in process. Just again, I'm kind of focused on the accessory side of the gear, so I've got some things in the works. Yeah,
awesome.
We'll just say that.
I'm excited to see what you come up with, man, because all of it's been really good. Your other food bags are really neat too. I've told you that for years, and the little ditty bags that you make, those are awesome as well. Just getting this thing though, I didn't realize when you gave this to me in June when we went on that trip together that this was going to be such a crucial piece of gear for me this summer, and going through the whole season and using it and then being able to sit back and reflect like how easy this made mealtime, how easy it made packing at home my meals to get into the backpack, just to even get to the trailhead and start walking. The whole entire experience. I mean, really honestly, dude, you rocked it. Like
that's cool. That's awesome.
Best food bag I've ever had. And I'll tell you right now, if you're looking to up that game in your backpack, this is the one you definitely should be looking at, in my opinion. So
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Like, I know it's a simple piece of gear and it's not on the realm of like a backpack or something that's more extravagant in design and maybe overall function, but the little things do make a difference in your experience. And if I can help make that possible for people, then it's a win for me. So
that's kind of your mantra with backpacking gear that you make, right? Is to make that backpacking experience a better experience. And I will say from my experience, you definitely improved mine. So it wouldn't be going wrong picking this bag up, man. Hey, Hey,
Thanks. Thank you.
thanks, Devin, for taking the time to talk to me about this morning. Let's try to get out for some more trips because, I always love backpacking with you, man. And, dude, keep up the good work, dude. This food bag is amazing. And I guarantee you anybody else that's got one probably has the exact same opinion I do. I guarantee it. So, all right,
Awesome.
brother.
Thanks,
Hey,
Christian.
take care and say hi to that family for me. And you do well, man. Talk to you soon.
Awesome.
All right, take care. Okay, that was a great conversation with Devin. Thanks for coming on the channel and talking about your food bag. It has been a game changer for me on trail this summer, on the Northside Highline, on those really exhausting days of having to crawl through deadfalls, walk across big parks, and just trying to route find the whole time, and getting to camp completely exhausted at night. This just really made mealtime so much easier and so much less effort. I honestly, right now, could not imagine having another food bag. This thing's been so amazing to use on trail. I feel honored that Devin gave me one of these to try out and test for him. And so I highly recommend, if you're looking for a food bag to add to your backpacking kit, this is the bag that you're going to want. It's an amazing construction. The inside and out is seam sealed. The ultra fabric is bomber waterproof, but super lightweight. And it's got a lot of room for your food. I honestly believe if you package your food right, you can get 7 to 8 days in the 12 liter. This does come in an 8 and 12 liter size. So, pick which whatever's appropriate for you, whether you're just doing weekenders or long distance hikes. I really honestly am happy that I've got the 12 liter because it's versatile for me for my week-long through hikes that I do. And then it also handles really nicely for the weekender trips. I can stuff a few extra snacks and goodies in there for the weekenders that I really like. And, just all around bomber bag. And if you're really trying to figure out the food bag situation, you really should just go with this one. Honestly, it's worth every penny. I know Devin personally, and I can vouch for how hard he works on these and constructs these and takes his time to make sure that this is a well-made bag. And I'm telling you, from an entire summer, from June to October, I've had this out on trail, and it has been bomber the whole time. It has passed every test. Any doubt that I had about it, it has absolutely surpassed that. So check it out. The Aven food bag comes in an 8 and 12 liter size by Backcountry Exposure. My name's Christian. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks to all my subscribers, and we'll check you on the next one.